So in case your girlfriend or wife hasn't fully decked your house out with pumpkins and leaves and stuff yet, boys, this is your announcement. It's fall time. My chick wanted to make some pumpkin bread, and I said, girl, hold on. At least make it a high protein pumpkin bread. So I stepped into the kitchen. This is high protein apple pie pumpkin bread for fall time. First, we got to mix up all the dry ingredients. We're going to take 1 1/4 cups of flour, 90 grams of this apple pie farm-fed protein powder. Good thing we have another one. $97? A little extra. 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of pumpkin spice. Whisk it thoroughly. All right, now we got all the dry ingredients mixed together. We need to mix in the wet ingredients. 360 grams of pumpkin puree, 2 eggs, 3 tablespoons of maple syrup, 1/3 cup of milk, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 1/4 cup of chocolate chips.
Never seen someone mix the chocolate chips with the wet.
I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I don't normally eat like this. This is for you. Same for me, this is for you guys. They're abrasive. It'll help it mix. Now that you've made the mistake of putting the wet into the dry and then scooping the wet that was in the dry into another bowl so that you could mix the wet together, put the wet and the dry back in the same bowl that you started with. Also, if you want to be really professional, I guess leave the chocolate chips out till later on. But I'm not a pro. I'm showing you guys that any idiot can make this. Not you, me. If I can do it, you can do it. With my hands? Use a spatula to mix. Make sure to get the sides. That looks really good. This is gonna be good. High protein. Preheat your oven to 350. Grab a loaf pan, line it with parchment paper, and then pour your batter into it. Then we're gonna take a couple more chocolate chips, as if it doesn't have enough sugar in it already, and just sprinkle them on top of this bad boy. Boom. That way, I don't know, that way. Pop this sucker in the oven. And it's gonna go for, babe, we don't know yet. We'll tell you, it's gonna go for minutes. All right, so it's been about 45 minutes. We thought it had to go for 60. Turns out that may not be the case. Check that bad boy out though. It ain't super brown. Most of that is that chocolate chip layer that we put on top. You guys know how you do the toothpick check, right? You poke a ooh, it might be a little overdone. Poke a toothpick, it's supposed to come out clean. That's pretty clean. So 45 minutes, maybe start with 30, guys. Especially if you don't know your oven. This is literally the first time we've ever used this oven, so that may be part of it. Don't touch, it's gonna be hot, dude. Whew, just saved your life. You guys saw it first on YouTube, saved your life. Well, actually, I saw it first. Dork. So we're gonna let this cool. We'll cut into it a little bit later. We'll let you know if it is overcooked and then what the final cooking time is. Is it 30 minutes? Is it 45? Is it 60? We don't know yet. Stay tuned. We pulled it out of the oven. We actually let it rest on this rack right here for about 10 minutes to cool down. We have the Mountaintop Makers custom tailored thrasher cutting board right here. We've got the Endless Summer knives branded with my logo on it. I don't know if YouTube has seen any of that stuff yet. So listen, if you wanted to get crazy with it, like if you were in a bodybuilding prep or something, the way that you would track this is you would add up all the ingredients that you used. You'd figure out the macros for all the ingredients. Then you would take this, you would put the whole thing on your food scale, and then you would divide it, do the math to figure out how many calories and macros were in the whole thing. And then when you cut a piece off, you could weigh that, multiply it by whatever it is for 1 ounce or 1 gram. But at the end of the day, guys, you're eating dessert. Shouldn't be anyways. So just handle it. Let's see how this thing looks. Oh, dude, it looks good on the inside. Give you a little cross section right there. I don't know how moist it's gonna be, but we'll find out. It's a little dry and crusty on the outside. Now for the taste test. Oh, it feels moist. You guys remember those French toast sticks from Carl's Jr., like when you were a kid? Okay. All right. That's pretty good. It's a tiny bit dry. You can taste the apple, and you can taste the pumpkin. Here. It kind of has that protein powder infused dessert texture to it, but it's not bad. It might be a little hot. Too hot? Yeah. Okay, might be hot.
Yum.
Yum. Just immediately. It's a really good dessert. Is it a regular piece of pumpkin bread like Wifey wanted to make? No. Does it pack more of a protein punch? Yes. It also has regular flour, but you know what? All the alternative recipes that call for stuff like almond flour, you guys have no idea how many calories from fat are in almond butter. Almond butter, almond flour, or almond butter, or the oat flour recipes, the almond milk recipes, anything like that. You're eating dessert, like I said, at the end of the day. This one's just got a little bit more protein in it. All right, guys. I'm Taylor Thrasher. I've got some hungry mouths to feed. See you on the next one. Get you a parchment-lined, what's it called?
Loaf pan.
Get you a parchment, make sure to mix all of your wet ingredients in a separate bowl. My producer's a baker and she failed to mention that. So we'll just get a little crafty here. Why are you laughing?